Hey guys, so today we're going to go over how to use our hammer strength belt squat. So this is a great machine to be able to execute without actually loading the spine in a squat pattern. So where you're pretty much going to start is we have the belt that comes with the machine, and we're going to get our lovely model here, Jess, to chuck this on. So Jess, let's go and chuck the belt on for you. Go for it. So you'll find there's two pieces to this belt. So we obviously have the belt itself as well as the chain that it is attached to with, we can just call this an anchor hook. You can adjust the length of this anchor hook by pretty much pulling that off, and depending on how deep you want the squat to go, you will go closer to the hook or further away from it. We're just gonna sort of set it somewhere roughly in that medium spot. So where Jess puts her belt is on her lower back. If you just slightly turn, Jess, right? Not a little bit too high, also not too low, because we actually want the pressure of the belt to pull kind of like above her glute shelf. So Jess, hook yourself in to the belt squat. Now you get to select where you get to hook yourself in, whether you want it closer, further back. A lot of this is going to have to do with your height, potentially. As the taller the person, that means that they've got longer femurs. They will technically be a lot further back as they squat. So they will have to use a hold that's a little bit further back. Whereas if you're a lot shorter, you can use something that's a lot closer, so you can also reach the handles effectively. So once you're hooked on, just lift the machine up, and you can see that our safety, which is right here, unlocks and allows this whole swing arm to now travel down. So Jess is going to take a stable squat stance that she would use. So in this situation, it is a lot more effective to use this as a bit of a wide base stance. So you're taking a stance wider than your shoulder width and having your toes slightly positioned outwards, like we can see Jess is doing here. Then Jess is going to hinge at her hips while taking hold of the grips and squatting down and up. Now, what you want to be looking out for here as well, right now Jess is currently executing a hip dominant squat pattern. So we can see as she goes down, the shins stay quite vertical to the foot platform, meaning that she is putting most of the tension through her glutes in this variation. So just do that again once more, and just go slightly lower. There we go, and up. As you can see, Jess can definitely get low enough here that she could potentially even shorten this hook position, because she already bottoms out at the bottom of that squat. So adjust that accordingly to what you need. Once you have completed your reps, what you will do is you'll pull onto that lever and just slightly drop, and it is back in safety. We'll also be showing you another variation of the belt squat, which you can perform as a quad dominant squat. So what Jess does here, she mainly just switches up her stance to a more shorter shoulder width stance and hooks the hook in. Because she's not going to be sending her hips back, she will probably use a selector that's a little bit closer to the weights themselves, so not as far back. And as you can see, when Jess descends now, Jess just stay in that position for a second. Yep, you can see now that her shins are tilted a lot more forward, where her knees are over her toes, and her torso is upright this time. She's not slanted over, meaning that there is a much higher angle at her knee, driving most of the force through her quadricep. Great work. And as you can see there again, it would be possible for Jess to just make that chain shorter so she can sit a lot deeper into that squat. Hope that makes sense and helps you guys out.